Hi everyone, this is Gaurav Khare and I hope you are watching the interesting chess videos we are making for you. In the previous video, we saw a game from 2005 where Magnus Carlsen lost in 15 moves, the quickest loss in world champion's career. Today, I will show you another game from same year, which was a fantastic tactical game played by Magnus Carlsen, also featuring a very beautiful checkmate. Carlsen was 14 years old when he played this game, and it was played in Norwegian championship against a Norwegian player called Atle Groenn, who became an IM 3 years later in 2008. Before we go to the game, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so as fast as you can, which is now. So in this game, Carlsen played with white pieces and Groenn played with black pieces. Carlsen started with knight f3, d5, d4, knight f6, c4, c6, knight c3 and e6. So moving into semi-Slav defense. Bishop to g5, pinning the knight, h6, bishop to h4, queen b6, eyeing the pawn on b2, queen to c2, knight to e4. Black is probably trying to exchange these knights here. So let's say if white captures this knight on e4 and d captures on e4 and queen captures on e4, then black captures the pawn on b2. So and black will be better in this position. But Carlsen continued to develop the pieces. So e3, bishop to b4, bishop d3 and queen a5. There is a triple attack on the c3 knight and there are only two defenders. But Carlsen actually ignored this threat and he castled king's side. After this, so black actually captured the knight on c3 and then b takes c3 and bishop captures on c3. Carlsen goes down a pawn, but white is actually better in this position. If you see the white pieces, there are 4 white pieces which are quite active, and also it is ready to develop its rook. But for black, there are only 2 active pieces and their activity is also reduced after taking this pawn. So white can create much more problems here. Rook from a to b1 was played, so develop the rook as well. We have d captures on c4, bishop captures on c4, bishop to b4 and knight e5. It is very difficult in this position for black to develop the queen side pieces, as white has a very active attack on the black king, and you see there are so many pieces and all of them are surrounding the black king. So in this position, black decided that he should take back the bishop. So bishop to d6, f4, queen to c7, taking back the queen as well, and queen to e4, taking it to a very nice central square. And here black played b6. He must have castled here and moved the king to a very safe square, but he played b6, trying to develop one of its pieces, and Carlsen took advantage of this immediately and sacrificed the knight. Carlsen in this position played knight to f7, and black captured on f7 and f5. Now this pawn cannot capture because it is pinned. The queen will be lost. So in this position, black played queen to h5, probably eyeing this h2 square and giving a checkmate somehow, but this doesn't work like that. So Carlsen here increased the pressure by so he captured on bishop to e6 and knight to d7. Carlsen increased the pressure by playing f6, so sacrificing another pawn. And the idea is like bishop to g4 with a discovered check, so the queen will be lost. So black played the most obvious move, which is capturing the pawn and also attacking the queen. White Carlsen could have captured with the bishop or the rook, and Carlsen decided to capture with the rook. And in this position, whatever black plays, he is either his queen will be lost or he's going to be checkmated very soon. Let's say if king remains in the e file, then bishop to g4 and the queen will be lost. If black moves to the d file, then rook to f5, and again there is a discovered check and the queen will be lost. So in this position, black decided to sacrifice the queen, and he played queen to h4, sacrificing. But Carlsen did not capture the queen here. He saw a brilliant checkmate pattern, and he played queen to c6 and with a check. King to e7 was played, and rook to f7, check again. Here black could have played king to d8 with prolonging the game by a couple of moves, but in this position black captured the bishop, which led Carlsen to give a faster checkmate. The question for this game is, can you see the checkmate pattern here? I will give you a couple of seconds to think about it. Carlsen in this position played queen to c4, checkmate. The queen and the rook are covering this very beautiful square, and queen is also protecting the rook. So so Carlsen won this game quite mercilessly, and he also won this tournament. He was a joint winner in the tournament with his own coach Espen Egdestin, but Carlsen had won more matches than his coach in the tournament. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. There are more chess videos coming soon, so please subscribe, comment, like, and have fun playing chess.